Well, it's the annual Drink Drive for Christmas appeal for people not to be taking behind the wheel of a car and having a big night out with alcohol. I mean, Mr. Singer, this is now your responsibility, and we've got Kevin here from the police. But I mean, it's a known thing. We hear this from you every year, but it still goes on, right?
It does go on, and it's our job to try and educate the people, make the people think, you know, before they actually do drink and drive. We're putting out the publicity. Hopefully they'll see this publicity. We've got an advert on the radio. It's a case of getting people to think before they actually do drink and drive.
And from your point of view, I mean, I think it was up last year, wasn't it, in the end, the amount of people who were convicted. So are we going in the right direction with this?
Well, I mean, the issue for us is quite clear as a police service, is that one arrest is too many because of the potential risk that person puts on for themselves and to the community generally. So is it worth doing? Well, we think it is, because of the associated risks, as I say. It's not only the individual put themselves in danger, they're putting others in danger who are using the roads.
Okay, there's one thing with the high-vis side of the policing, but you do use stealth methods these days, right?
We'll use high-vis and plain cars to actually reinforce the message. You know, it really is serious, and the risk associated, as I've already said, these can lead to people being killed, seriously injured. Arrests can lead to you losing your job. The implications of drink driving are far and wide and are serious.
It's what we're trying to do is to remind people about the consequences of drinking and driving. You know, a lot of people believe that they know the level of alcohol they can take to be below the limit, and that is totally untrue. And they believe also by doing things like drinking black coffee or having showers, etc., that this is going to sober them up. And the fact is, you cannot eliminate alcohol quickly from the body, and if depending on the amount you drink, you can still be over the limit the following morning.
A dilemma a lot of people might have, especially in a pub, when they see someone they know by name, whatever, who's obviously clearly over the limit, and they go out and they take the car. There's that thing about, should I dob them in, to use that sort of expression? Will I get into trouble? Will I be picked up? Will I be talked to? You know, all the consequences of a small island. What do you say to people that want to do that but are scared to actually report something to you?
Well, I appreciate on a small island it's really, really difficult. This is difficult in any community, but the issues you've got to think about are, what are the consequences if I didn't? So if I was a friend, what would a friend do? The friend would probably go in and say, listen, you've had too much. I'll either arrange a lift, or if I haven't drunk, I'll take you home. But whatever you do, you do some sort of intervention.
But if they picked up that phone, would they be dragged into the process? That's what I'm trying to
Clear, there are different ways of letting us know of things that are going on in the community. Crime Stoppers is one.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can ring the police station directly if you want to. The issue is, there are a number of ways that you can take action, some of which are to inform the police and we'll take enforcement action. But in all honesty, if you are a friend or you know that person, what I'd ask you to do is just do that intervention there and then. Just say, listen, you're not fit enough to drive. I'll either arrange a lift, or we can get a taxi, or I can take you home if I haven't drunk. That's a far better position to be in.
And don't get in. If you don't get into a car if you believe that the driver's drunk. That's what's important.
Finally, with money being tight, do you think this sort of money being spent on these sort of campaigns is effective?
We believe so. If we can just get people to be sensible, to think, that's what the reason for these campaigns are, for people to realise when they're sober what the consequences are of being drunk. They can, apart from being in custody, losing the licence, losing the job, they can actually lose their life. And other people can lose their lives because of them.